Hi guys, thanks for coming back. This is Mom Boss 2 Kids. Don't forget to subscribe. Mom Boss 2 Kids. You can also find me on IG at Mom Boss 35, and my mommy blog is Mommy Blog 36. Don't ask me why it says 35 and 36, and I'm neither one of those ages anymore. But that's another thing. Okay, so today we're going to talk about something different. This is going to be basically story time. The kids are asleep, and we're going to basically discuss pregnancy, but in a different kind of way. This one's going to be more for the men. I get a lot of questions in DMs about different things like, my wife is pregnant, what's your advice on this? Or my girlfriend's pregnant and what's your advice on this? Or, how can I encourage her to work out? Or how can I say things to her without it sounding bad? Or what's your advice? I don't know why people think that I know a lot of things, because I really don't. I just share my life and my personal opinion on things, just maybe past experiences or seeing other people go through them. So anyway, basically I'm going to talk to the men about how to, if you have, this is not for side chicks, this is not for jump off girls, this is not for one night stands, this is for people that you love, your partner, your wife, your girlfriend. I'm talking to that crowd, not the other crowd. That's another story. I don't know nothing about that crowd. So basically, I'm talking to the men about how to deal with their significant others when they're pregnant. Because I feel like it's a topic where women are thinking one thing, men are thinking another. So it's like we're on two different planets. So first of all, when a woman gets pregnant, she possibly already knows that she's trying to get pregnant, or she's think that she might be pregnant, or it could be just blindsided surprise. I don't know. Maybe she forgot to take her birth control. But more than likely, any woman that's over the age of 30, she's probably okay with getting pregnant or trying to get pregnant. Okay, so when she gets pregnant and she finds out that she's pregnant and she takes the P test and she's like, oh my God, I'm pregnant. Then it's one of them things where it's like, she has her own reaction, and now she has to come tell you, and she's waiting to see your reaction. And your reaction is going to really play on how she feels. And a lot of men don't know that. Like, we're waiting on that. We watch a lot of TV, we see a lot of movies, and so we see men like on these big surprises, or some of them are crying or just overly joyed. So we're looking for that. So sometimes, when we tell you like, oh, I'm pregnant, we're looking for that, like, basically you're about to like jump off the mountain and you're like jumping for joy. You're like, yay, yay, yay. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Not all men are like that. Some men have a delayed reaction. Doesn't mean they're not excited, but their reaction's just a little bit more delayed. So that's first. We're definitely looking for that. How is he going to respond? Because then that's going to make us feel even more excited, or like, shit, I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? Like, especially when we're in love, like we vibe off your energy. So anyway, so that's the first initial thing. We're looking for your energy. So be careful how you respond. Even if you respond, once you respond and then say afterwards you call your homie, you're like, oh my fucking God, she's pregnant. Like, what the hell? Like, save all that, because we're already going through our own energy, and our mind is already 3 months ahead. Like, we didn't jump from pregnant to 3 months to 6 months to the baby's here. Like, we didn't planned out the whole 9 months. Like, we're far gone. You guys are like right in that moment at 6 o'clock. Like, y'all are still there. We didn't already jump 3, 6, 9 months. Baby's here, and boom. Like, we're already thinking about everything. We're going a mile a minute. Okay, so initially when we first find out, some of the things that we're thinking about is, okay, how is he going to respond? How is, how's it going to be? Is it a boy or a girl? We're thinking about our, I don't know, maybe we might have had previous experiences where they didn't go, well. We might have had a miscarriage or, etc. Something might have happened, a bad experience. So then we're thinking about that. Then we're thinking about our friends and all their past experiences. And then we're thinking about like what we seen on Instagram and what we seen on Facebook. And this baby had 4 heads. And what if my baby has 4 heads? And we're just going a mile a minute. So I wrote down some things so I could some bullet points so I can kind of stay in line, because I can get scatterbrained and go all over the place. So that's initial. And then we're thinking about like our family. Sorry, I'm having a little grown up mommy juice right now. So we're thinking about our family, what our family's gonna say, how they're gonna react. So we basically find out we're pregnant, and then we're thinking about what everybody else, how everybody else is gonna react. Why everybody's opinion is important, I have no idea, but it just is. So we're wondering like how everybody else is gonna react. Are they gonna be happy? Are they gonna ask a bunch of 1,000 questions? And what about this? And how are you gonna do that? And oh my God, you guys have another baby, and what are you gonna do this? And do you have a support system? And do you have enough money? And do you have this? And oh my God, like the family just goes like a mile a minute, and half of them ain't even helping with nothing. So I don't even know why they have so much input. But anyway, okay, so that's initial. And then, okay, so then she's thinking about the baby, and she wants to make sure the baby's okay. So, the first visit, and you can't go to the first visit till you're like almost like 6-8 weeks now. So the anticipation of like wanting to hear the heartbeat, and is the baby okay? And then she's watching you closely, like I said before, she's already mastermind the whole 9 months. She's already thinking about birth. Like it's 20 steps ahead of you. Women are always 20 steps ahead of men. Men are like all the way at like, I don't even know. They're just so far behind. So once she finds out, okay, so now she's anticipating on going to the first appointment. Then when she goes to the first appointment, once again, she's watching how you're reacting. Are you excited? Like, why don't you seem excited? Like, oh my God, the heartbeat. Like, she wants you to have those same, and that's because she's going through a lot of emotion. So she just wants you to like be on that high, with her. So just be patient, 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 patient. Another thing in the beginning stages and all the way to the end, we're thinking about our body. Like, what's our body going to do? I'm a little sarcastic, so some of the things I might say, I'm not, trying to poke jabs at nobody, because I am definitely an advocate for women, no matter what your nationality is, no matter how big, how small, how medium. Like, I don't poke jabs at nobody, so don't take nothing I'm saying personal. I'm just saying we're thinking about our body. Which way your body's going to go. Is it going to go sideways, left, right, diagonal, rectangle? We're thinking about everything. And then the thing about it that men don't understand is their body stays the same. But some men do gain a little bit of weight during the pregnancy. I have heard of that. But we're thinking about our weight, stretch marks. We're thinking about our health. We're thinking about the baby. Like, we just have so much to think about. So with that being said, sometimes, like in the beginning, a lot of us go Google crazy, and we're Googling everything, and we're talking to our friends, and we're like, oh, such and such got pregnant and then she lost the baby, or such and such got pregnant and this happened or that happened. So then you might get those random phone calls, like you're at work and you're just chilling, or you're just with your friends, you're just having a good day and you're just vibing out, and then you get that phone call and it's like, hello, and then she's like, hey, she's like, so, what if her baby like has like, what if something's wrong with the baby? Or like, what if like the baby, and once again, I don't want to poke jabs at anything, so please don't take nothing I say personal, but like, what if like the baby has a box head? And then the guy's like, what? Like, what are you talking about? 9 times out of 10, she's either seen something, she's talked to her friend, um, something then triggers something. So she's calling you, and she's really calling you just for that confirmation. Like, babe, everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about nothing. That's all we want to hear. We don't want to hear all the extra stuff. We just want to hear that confirmation that everything's going to be fine, because we're so stressed out and we're thinking about so many different things. So that's what we want to hear. Confirmation is key when a woman is pregnant and to get her through her pregnancy and after her pregnancy. Confirmation is so big with women. Action is great, but confirmation is everything, because you can be doing stuff, but then we want to hear the stuff too, the sweet stuff. So some of the things that you can do, like when your woman is when she's pregnant, is simple gestures, like maybe go get a card and bring home. If you're not good with expressing and stuff, maybe go, spend an hour looking for a card to just show how much you love her. And it says everything in there that you don't know how to say. Maybe write her a note. Like if you're really good with expressing yourself, writing her a note. That's so cute. That's those little sentimental things. Flowers, massages, maybe taking her to get a massage, or maybe giving her a massage, like a real massage, not like the massage and then like let's have sex in 2 minutes massage. No, not that one. Like a real massage, because her body's aching, and maybe have sex afterwards later, but give her a good 40-minute massage. Some other sweet gestures is maybe like if you're like planning like a little dinner date. We love to eat. That's all we really want to do is eat. So maybe like, I would say buy her a dress, but that can go like the wrong way, especially if you buy a dress and it does not fit, or it's too small and she's like, why did you buy a large and I'm not even a large yet, and oh my god, why is it an extra large? And he's like, well, I thought that since you're pregnant you need an extra large. And she's like, no, I'm a medium. And then she has a whole meltdown, and then dinner is just over. So don't buy a dress. Maybe take her to go buy a dress and then take her out to eat. We like that. Because her body is changing. So one thing, and I don't know if this is for other moms, but for me, maternity clothes is like, and nothing against other people, to each his own, but I don't do maternity clothes. I have 2 kids, and neither one of my kids I did maternity clothes. I do size up. I don't do maternity. So just see what kind of woman you have. Maybe she wants to go maternity shop, go buy some maternity clothes. So that's a good gesture too. Hey, babe, let's go and let's go to the maternity store and get you some new clothes. I know you're outgrowing everything because of the baby. Always smooth it over. Like you're outgrowing everything, but you look so beautiful. I know it's the baby's growing. So, but for me, no maternity clothes. I just go size up. Okay, but that's just me. Okay, so another thing. Everybody carries different. So some women are more sicker than others. So say you're a dad that's already had some kids, and one of your ex-wives or baby mothers, they carry one way, and then the other one, might have carried a different way. So let's say Keisha and Shelly carry different than Becky that you're with now. And so what you don't want to say to Becky is, well, Keisha's skin didn't break out when she was pregnant. Becky don't want to hear that, okay? Becky don't want to hear about nothing about Keisha and how her feet didn't swell and why is your feet swelling. No. Say that for your homies. Call your homie up and say, Keisha this, Becky that, whatever. Because Becky don't want to hear that. So definitely keep that in mind. Everybody's pregnancy is different. Everyone carries different. Some women are more sicker. Some women are more emotional. One day I'm going to do a YouTube about my pregnancy and things that I experienced during my pregnancy. And one of the things I'm going to say is I was way more emotional with carrying my daughter than I was with my son. And when I say emotional, I mean like through the roof emotional, really sensitive. I'm already kind of a little sensitive a little bit, but I was like really sensitive. So every woman is different, and that was kind of like my hint that I was carrying a girl. But that's for another day, different blog. I'll get into all that. I'll show pictures, and that's another day. But anyway, so different women, you know, they carry different. So it could be sickness, it could be skin, it could be eating, it could be weight gain. Some women gain 28 pounds, some women gain 10 pounds, some women gain 70 pounds. Sorry. So, you know, you don't know how a woman's going to carry till she gets pregnant. That's why it's called loving her and love her unconditional. And then you won't have all these, you won't be judging everything that she's doing because you'll already love her. And when you love someone, you just love them unconditionally and everything that comes with them, especially when you know it's because of a bigger picture, which is your child that she's carrying. Okay, so another thing I wanted to talk about is did I talk about stretch marks? So stretch marks is like one of the big things. A lot of women, you know, we're putting on our cocoa butter and we're putting on that cocoa butter hoping we don't get no stretch marks. And sometimes we still get them. And sometimes we get them in strange places. Sometimes you might get them on your arms or across your chest or down your back or on your butt or on your thighs. I've seen stretch marks in between, not on your knee, but behind your knee, like at the bottom, like right in the calf part of your legs. So you never know where you're going to get them from. Some people have them on their neck. You know, you just don't know where they're going to come. But still just keeping in mind that she's carrying your child. Like, so it's not her fault. Of course, if we can plan out how we're going to carry, we would make it look perfect and pretty. But pregnancy sometimes is not perfect and pretty because trust me, mine was not always perfect and pretty. You know what I mean? I went through my own insecurities. I went through my own things. So pregnancy is hard on us enough. So all we need is you guys support. I cannot express support. We look at you guys for everything at that moment in time because we're so stressed out and we're already thinking all these things and we're being judged. And we're comparing ourselves. I don't care what no woman says. You're comparing yourself to, oh, well, she's 6 months and I'm 6 months, but I look bigger than her. Or I'm 3 months and, you know, she's 6 months and I look bigger. Like we're comparing ourselves and so we're already hard on ourselves. So let me tell you about one thing too. This is another tip. If a woman's making fun of herself, let her stay in that moment. Don't you jump on a baggy wagon. No. You just keep it neutral. If a woman is like, oh my God, isn't my stomach big? Or, oh my God, you know, look at this mass or whatever it is. You don't want to jump in on that because she's really just testing you to see what you really think. So if you say, yeah, babe, it is a lot of stretch marks coming. Oh my God. She's gonna think about that all night. Like you just gave yourself a death sentence because you don't want to do that. She's talking about herself. She's judging herself. She wants you to say, no, babe, it's not that many stretch marks. That's what she wants you to say. And even if she says, babe, it is a lot, you be like, no, babe, it's not. It's really not. It's not bad at all. Just believe, I'm telling you, I'm giving you the tips on what to do, what to say. Like, don't say, oh, yeah, it is. No, don't say that. No, honey, you ain't getting no pregnancy cuckoo for a whole 2 weeks. She's done. She's stressed out. She's sad. She's upset. You done ruined everything. because she's probably going to get more. So by you saying that and by her thinking like, but I'm going to get more stretch marks. Like, no, don't just, no. Let her poke at herself. We're just testing you guys when we're poking at ourselves. I can say something about myself, but as soon as you say it, then it's like, oh, really? Oh, that's what you really feel. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And we'll remember that next Friday, the Friday after, 3 months later. We'll remember that at the dinner. We'll remember that at your friend's house. Like, we'll remember what you said and we'll bring it up. So, yeah. All right, so that's one of them. Let's talk about sex during pregnancy. Okay. Different women have different hormones during pregnancy. Some hormones, some women, they want to have a lot of sex. They're like rabbits. And then some women, they don't. You know, you don't know how your woman's going to be, and all you can do is be supportive. I know for men, you know, some men think about the baby and they think about like, oh my God, I'm going to hurt the baby. I don't want to hurt the baby. If you have a clearance from the doctor and they have not said anything about you not having sex, you can have sex. Trust me, you're not going to hurt the baby. It's actually really good for you. And it's actually good for her stress level because she might chill the heck out. Okay? Okay. So during, you know, the bedroom time action, you don't want to use the words big. You don't want to seem like you're not interested. You want to just be so affectionate still, as if you was, if she wasn't pregnant. And I've watched the most romantic, I am like, you know, I'm such a sucker for love, so I'm always watching like love movies and, you know, videos and stuff like that. Like I'm all for it. And I was watching the most romantic video one day of this guy just kissing all on her belly, and it was just so like, it was so central, you know. And sometimes like it's not all about just getting right to the sex. It's about being, you know, romantic and kissing on her and making her feel beautiful and saying words like, you know, you carrying my baby and I feel so, you know, I'm so happy that you're carrying my child. Like, we like to hear that. Do y'all guys remember that song with Aaron Hall? I can't remember the title of the I might try to find it when I'm before I, you know, I might post it if I can find it. Aaron Hall sings this beautiful song about this lady having his baby. And I remember when I was young, I used to watch that video over and over and over because we love, that gets us in the moment. That gets us in the mood. Like, we feel special. Like, you know, like, so you want to make her feel special and just, honey, if she got 35,000 stress marks, you just want to kiss on every one of them. You'll have the best night of your life because she's going to feel so beautiful. And sometimes you'll notice with us women, we might start changing more in the bathroom, or we might not start changing in front of you anymore because we're starting to be more self-conscious about our body. I remember it was getting to the point, and once again, I'll share myself later, but I'm just going to give you this little thing. I used to, like, it got to the point where I was like looking in the mirror and I was like, and I just would just run right across the mirror and get dressed. Like, I didn't want to, like, I got this big wide mirror in my bathroom. I just run right across it and get dressed because I was just getting so big and I just was like, I didn't even recognize myself anymore. But anyway, yeah, you might notice like we might start shying away, especially because, you know, our boobs and body just might start looking different, and we might not, you know how like when you first meet a girl and she's like drop her robe and she's like, yeah, I know, I'm the shit, yeah. Well, it might not be the same for us once we get like, you know, 6, especially 8 months, you know, and you got that wobbly walk and you trying to get in the mood and you wobbling. I don't know. Kiss her wobbly feet. Just make her feel so good. I mean, I promise you that we'll remember those times, and we'll remember those moments where you made us feel good even when we didn't feel the most attractive, or when our ankles is ashy and we can't reach them, put lotion on us, you know what I mean? It's just so many little things that you guys could do that makes us feel good, and it'll help the pregnancy go smoother. That way it's not a lot of arguing, and you wondering like, what's wrong with you today? We hate that. Like, what you mean what's wrong with us? Like, I'm pregnant and I'm hot and I'm miserable and I'm tired and I'm wobbling and the list goes on. Like, that's what's wrong with me. Like, we hate that. Like, oh, what's wrong with you today? Oh, you got another attitude? Oh my God, it's the worst. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just, like I said, words of confirmation, words like, how are you feeling? Are you not feeling well? That's a way to kind of go into, and then she could say, oh, I had a long day at work or XYZ. But like, don't just hit us with, why you so moody? Oh, that'd just be like, what? And I'm Black and Puerto Rican, so that'll just get me like, my blood will just be like, what? Moody? Like, who you talking to? Like, it'll just go from, don't do that. Okay? Let's see what else I wanted to talk about. Okay, let's touch base on, like I said, family members. Like I said, we're worrying about what her family's going to say, and then we're thinking about also what your family thinks. And everybody's family is different, so we're looking at how your mother's treating us, and how if she's saying little sick things, or if your sister's saying sick things, or anybody in your family. Like, we're watching everything. When you're pregnant, everything is intensified, and what people say, it goes a long way. So and then we're thinking about where our relationship status is at. That's one of the key things I want to talk about, is when a woman gets pregnant, she's thinking about like, oh my God, like, are we going to be together? Or if we're not married, are we going to get married? If we're married, are we going to stay together? She's thinking about like where the status is at. Like, how are we doing? Are we this? Are we that? Like, like, am I going to end up being a single mom? Like, all these fears are running through her head. So, like, if you love that woman, you make sure that woman knows that you're there. You're going to be there. You're not going nowhere. And just doing what you got to do, stepping up to the plate. You know what I mean? Like, and that's really what we want to see. Like, what better time than when a woman is carrying a child? I know I'm raising a son myself. I know a lot of you guys might not know me in this YouTube world, but it's just like, it's so important to me for him to know how to treat a woman. Seeing him dog a woman out, or seeing him just go against the grain, that would just be like, to me, that reflects on me as a mother. You know what I mean? So, like I said, what better time to step up when, somebody that you love is pregnant? And like I said, we're not talking about side chicks. We're not talking about jump offs. We're not talking about one night stand. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. I'll let somebody do that YouTube, because we're not talking about that. We're talking about people that you love. We're talking about your loved ones. We're talking about your significant other, your partner, your girlfriend, your wife, your fiance. That's what we're talking about, okay? So we're looking at how you're treating us, how you're going to treat us. So yeah, that kind of stuff is important, because we're thinking about our relationship with you, and how's it going to pan out. We're thinking, especially if we're already a mother, we're really thinking about, is it going to be the same situation? You know what I mean? So it's a lot that we go through, and I know for men, it's a lot for you guys too, and I get it, but it's not as much as it is for the woman, because we go through it physically and emotionally. You guys go through some of the emotional stuff with us, but you're not dealing with the physical part of it, and you're not carrying a human in your body. And another thing, we go through a lot of, we have to take all these tests and stuff for, you know, like if the baby has this, the baby has that. Another good thing too, I could say is she's going to be worried a lot about everything. So if you can be confident and just be like, you know, assuring that everything's going to be okay, that really plays a big part too. Because if you're worried, then she's going to worry more. If you stay like, you know, you don't want to act like you don't care about nothing, but if you just act like, babe, everything's going to be fine, da 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 da, that makes us feel better. That's important too, okay? So I did want to plug that in. Okay, so, of course, during delivery, I can't stress this. I can't stress this enough. That one day that y'all have together, you guys will never forget. I don't care if you guys go one way and another person go another way. That moment that y'all share, and of course y'all better make sure y'all are there. That's definitely like, you have to, I don't give a hell what you gotta do. You gotta take a red eye, a train, a bus. Listen, honey, if you gotta fly, like y'all, that's a must. You must be there for delivery. That's not even, that's a must. So anyway, that day together is so significant between you two, and sharing that'll make you guys bond that much more deeper. It should. And I feel like once you see the woman go through all that, that should make your respect level for her go through the roof. Should nobody ever be able to disrespect the mother of your child, period. Nobody. You shouldn't want no harm to come to her. Like, she should have a whole different level of respect. You know, in your head, in your eyes. She should be the apple of your eyes, because she's the one that created, she's the one that birthed the baby, and then she's going to be the one taking care of the child. So that should just be a no-brainer. But anyway, so that day is a really important day, and you want to make sure you're so supportive, so supportive. I think it's so sweet when you have guys that shed tears, or guys that are just like, you know, in awe of that day, and are just like, you know, they're just so happy and are in the moment. You know, we need a lot of support because we're scared, we're going through a lot, we're thinking the worst, and all this stuff is going on. So you guys being there, being supportive, holding our hand, playing in our hair, wiping our forehead, whatever the case might be. You know, I've heard some horror stories, delivery with some men that it just wasn't a good turnout, and I feel bad for them, because you can't replay that. Like, you can't say, okay, let's do this delivery again. Like, no, you got one shot to do that shit right. So I hope you men step up and do it right, and be there, be supportive. Whatever you got to do, jump in and do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. Now, once the baby comes, then it's that, like, it's a whole nother, now it's postpartum and all these different emotions, and I just had a baby, and, you know, my body, and I'm trying to heal, and I'm trying to take care of the baby. So it's all these check marks. Like, I got to heal, take care of the baby, and possibly, if she has other kids, take care of the other kids, take care of the house. She's thinking about finances. Like, it just went like a whole list of stuff. Like, it just went like, now she done came home with the baby, and now her anxiety is just like, she got this, and this, on top of no sleep. So yeah, let's talk about that. No sleep. She ain't getting no sleep, and she's dealing with all that. So the last thing she need is for you to be like not doing what you're supposed to be doing, dude. Like, that's just like, oh my God, like, that's just too much stress. So you still, once again, and I know it's like, oh, I just did this 9 months for her. Now, you know, now she just had a baby. But it's so important, because when a woman is pregnant, everything she feels, the baby feels. And then when she has a child, what she's doing, how she's taking care of herself, how she's feeling, how her mood is, all that is playing a part of that's all going to go down, trigger down into your child's emotions, because babies can sense emotions and feelings and vibes and energy. They can sense all that. So her not being happy and y'all going back and forth, or, you know, her crying all the time. You ever heard of colic? Yeah, I'll put that in here too. Well, colic ain't no joke. Your baby get colic. Oh, honey, that's just like a cry, 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 crying, crying. That's just an unhappy crying baby. So, you know, if you don't know about colic, you should read about it. But anyway, so yeah, once the baby comes home and she's trying to heal, and she's trying to get back on her feet, she's trying to get her mojo, once again, she wants to hear those confirmations like, babe, you look good, and, just different things, just being encouraging, and just, whatever it is that she loves. Different women love different things. Some women like to write, some women like to read, some women like to work out, some women like to plant flowers, some women like to I don't know, but a lot of women like different things. Whatever it is that she likes, like her hobbies or whatever it is she likes, make sure you're giving her that time to go do it. We like when we don't have to say something and you just do it without us having to tell you, like giving you hints, like hint, 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 hint. Like, we like when you just do stuff without us actually having to say it or put it on repeat. Like, we're like, it's like repeat, repeat, rewind, repeat, repeat. Like, we like when you just take the initiative and you're like, you know what, babe, today I scheduled this for you to go do. Or, you know what, babe, how about you go take 3 hours to yourself? We like that, because it's just like, oh, just you saying like, babe, I really appreciate what you're doing. What you're doing doesn't go on, unnoticed. Thank you for everything. Because at the end of the day, the woman that you're with, taking care of the kids, taking care of the home, she's taking care of all that. And if she was to stop doing that, how could you do what you need to do? So you need her to be there doing her part, so you allowing you to go do your part. So that's what I don't understand, So I always tell men, like, listen, she's doing all that and she's not even getting paid for it. That's just what she's doing. She's devoted to that, and she's holding down the home front. That don't come with no check. You know what I mean? So the least you could do when you come home is to not act like it's something that she's doing, and act like it's lightweight, because it's not lightweight. Taking care of the kids, cooking, cleaning, all that's not lightweight. That just shouldn't just be like something where it's just like, oh, it's not a big deal. Because if she was to stop doing that, then you would have to do all that yourself, plus do whatever you're doing. And let me tell you something, y'all men are not built like women. Women we built from a different, we're totally built different. Y'all men are not built like us. That's why you're a man and I'm a woman. You can't do what I do. But anyway, so yeah, so you definitely want to be there. You want to be supportive. Basically all the same things you were doing when she was pregnant. You want to be supportive. You want to be encouraging. If she's trying to lose weight, you definitely want to be encouraging. If she's dealing with some health issues after the baby, you want to be supportive about that. Different women go through different things. I'll let you know some of the things that I went through, when I was, after birth of Mackenzie. Whew, she was tough. But yeah, so, different women have different things that they're recovering from. And then you want to pay close attention to your woman's emotions. If you see that she's really stressed out and she's not handling things really well, you might want to get her some type of support. Especially if you feel like it's like she's really not handling it well as far as the baby, or she's having like thoughts or something like that. Some women, motherly instincts just kicks in like that. And some women, it doesn't. It doesn't make me a better mother than you. It doesn't make you a better mother than me. Everyone has, it's just, it's just, I don't know scientific and all that, but I just know different moms, different things. And you want to be supportive of that. So if she needs someone to come in and help her, if she needs your mom, if she needs her mom, like whatever she needs, you know, because she feels like she just can't handle the baby. You want to pay attention to those kind of things. If she's telling you that, or she's telling you that she's not feeling right in her head, you want to pay attention to that. She might need counseling, you know. She might be going through postpartum depression. I'll also tag that too. You know, it's different signs that you might want to look out for. And then it could be none of that, but she just needs you to be supportive. You know what I mean? So you just have to know your woman. And if you had a baby and you don't know your woman by now, I don't know what to tell you. That's a different story for a different day. Okay, so you just need to know, you need to be able to read your woman. You need to know what she needs, you know. If she just needs a little bit of break, if she just needs you emotionally. A lot of men struggle with emotions. Emotions. Let's repeat that again. Emotions. I don't know why, but between emotions and communication, if you got that, if you're a guy watching this and you got that, you're good to go. That's half the battle. So yeah, that is just some things that I wanted to talk about. You guys can definitely comment. You can leave a question. And remember, this is just my thoughts, and I've been doing this for 41 minutes. I didn't touch on a lot of things, but just wanted to give you guys an idea. So communication, emotions, confirmation, those are the key words. And just remember, it's not about you. It's about her healing, and it's about the baby, you know. So sometimes right now at this time, you got to kind of put your feelings on the back burner and let them get, you know, let her get back together. Let her get back to feeling herself and getting her mojo. Because she wants to feel like she is still beautiful. Even though you're a mom, you still want to be beautiful. You still want to be desired. The same way when you met her and she was, you know, snatched and she looked good and you was, you know, drooling over her. She wants to feel that while she's pregnant, and she wants to damn sure feel it when after she has that baby. I don't care what another woman looks like in your eyes. That is the mother of your child. She could have died trying to give you, you know, trying to bring your child into this world. So it should be a certain level of respect. Like, I can't even express that anymore. But yeah, so you guys can leave a comment. I'll respond. You can leave a question. I'll respond. You definitely want to subscribe to Mom Boss 2 Kids. Mom Boss 2 Kids. I have some more videos coming. It's going to be exciting. Just the life of just me and just opening, you know, that box and giving you guys more of me and who I am. So definitely don't forget to give me the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And you can also follow me still on Instagram, which is MomBoss35, and then my Mommy Blog 36. Okay, and I'll put that in the video so you guys can do it. So God bless, peace, love, and happiness.